When I was in elementary school, any formal communication, such as parent-teacher conferences or newsletters about what we were doing in class, seemed like it was only for my parents and teacher. In today's world, communication has gone way beyond paper newsletters home and face-to-face meetings once or twice a year. With technology rapidly evolving, schools have access to schools that support communication between parents, teachers, and students in a quality, efficient way. In my classroom today, my students and I communicate with parents on a regular basis through email, Twitter, Skype, and our classroom blog. These methods of communication are used to describe our classroom events, learning, and reflections, so our class blog impacts student learning across the curriculum. To emphasize how blogging is useful in the classroom, I thought it would be useful to share my own personal and professional experiences with blogging, as well as include the reflections of my students and data from a blog survey I asked them to complete. I started blogging when I moved overseas, to keep in touch with my friends and family back home. Although my first intention was communication, I found blogging to be a powerful tool for reflecting on my travels in life. I shared pictures, links, video clips, and mini stories with my loved ones, and even gathered some other readers who had stumbled upon my blog and liked reading my posts. I still look back at my old blog from time to time and enjoy reflecting on how those experiences have shaped my life now.
The blog is a fun place to go when you want to know what we do in fourth grade.
The blog is the place to learn about our feelings on our work and what we thought about the activity.
Last year, when I moved to Manila, I was told that blogging was a requirement for classroom teachers as a tool to communicate with parents in place of a traditional paper weekly newsletter. Since I was already comfortable with blogging, I enjoyed writing posts detailing all of the exciting happenings in our classroom. Unfortunately, it wasn't being read very much, by parents or by students. So I decided to make a change and started teaching students how to become active participants in our classroom blog. This started off slowly as I was still sorting out the purpose and trying to figure out what skills students needed. We focused on learning to write reflectively and for a wide audience. We learned to add pictures of us doing the activities in class to give our readers visuals. We then focused on learning how to add video, and students did video reflections, writing pieces on video, and taught their audience how to play math games. Students today need to develop new internet literacies and strategies for independent learning. In an article called Giving Students Ownership of Learning, posted on Wiki, the author connects blogging to the skills of self-directing, self-organizing, self-reflecting, and self-publishing, to name a few. Practicing blogging supports them as they learn to reflect, communicate their thinking clearly and effectively, and publish using a variety of technology-based tools, such as blogs, wikis, podcasts, and videos. In our blogging survey, 50% of students said that their parents read the blog. Some of those parents comment on student posts, which allows students to interact with their parents. I think the value of the blog will increase as parents and other readers comment more often and students are given opportunities to respond.
The blog is a good way for people from all around the world to see your learning and what you're doing in school.
I like the blog because that's a way to show the world what you are learning and doing, and the people can read what you're learning, then they can improve their education by it.
The most common benefit of blogging with students mentioned in articles and on blogs is that blog posts are read by a broader audience, with people reading from all around the world. This is a great contrast to the sharing of information in my own elementary school days between just parent and teacher. In Chris Riddell's article, Top 10 Web 2.0 Tools for Young Learners, blogging is listed as number 2. He believes that blogs provide opportunities to reach out to a range of community stakeholders, including administrators, other teachers and students, parents, and the community at large. In an international school setting, it is particularly exciting that students can share what they are doing with relatives that are thousands of miles away. Writing for an authentic audience helps get students interested in developing voice and style to suit their purpose for writing.
I don't like the blog because I prefer writing, not typing.
I like the blog because it is better than writing on our learning journals, and it is fun because you can go on games and you can see what our class is doing.
Maybe on the blog we should put some games everyone can play. Like if my sister wants to, she can play a game.
The only thing that is missing is some educational sites to games and videos.
I continue to reflect on the usefulness of the blog and how to make it an even better tool for students to practice skills of writing, reflection, and internet safety. After giving students their surveys and tallying the results, I was able to reflect and determine a course of action for involving students in making our blog better and finding ways to reach a broader audience. In the article, Footprints in the Digital Age, Will Richardson mentions a blog called 25 Days to Make a Difference, which is a blog written by a 9-year-old girl that reached a wide audience and inspired many people. My class and I looked at the blog together and tried to figure out what we could do to reach a wider audience. We made an action plan for improving the look of our blog, varying the content, and including more pictures and videos to draw people in. We also decided to reach out to readers by posting our blog address on our Twitter feed, emailing parents when new posts are put up, and sending the blog address to relatives and friends in other countries.
I think the blog is a good place for learning, not just what our class is learning, but what other classes are learning too.
I like the blog because it is a good way to show our learning and to get more ideas for our learning and see more activities to do. You can also read other blogs to make comparison to your learning and see how you can improve it and add on to yours.